Chateau renovation isn't always about gold, silver, and pretty things. Sometimes it's all about the groundwork. You were probably wondering about the progress in the courtyard. Well, before Brett flew back to Australia, he and Kevin got started on something essential, laying the pipes for the electricity and internet. It took a bit of time, but they got it done. Next to restoration, I also love supporting the wonderful friends I've made here and doing what I do best, working a little chateau magic. This time it's for a restaurant opening. I've been helping with decorations, providing tables and lights to help make their grand opening at Le Moulin in Verteuil-sur-Charente a truly unforgettable event. One week later, with Brett already back in Australia, Kevin took over, working on the plans we had bought and starting to fill up the trenches. And with all the big farm machinery we're using, proper fuel is essential. But we're not going to the petrol station is coming to us.
Not all the jobs are just like quite so exciting.
but this needs to get done as well. Tomorrow we have a viewing for a wedding couple for August, so we need to make sure that this hallway looks as good as it can. The wallpaper hasn't arrived yet. Yeah, as I said and mentioned before in the episode, sometimes France takes a little bit longer. People just take their time in the shops, but we're confident that until August the wallpaper will be on. I can show you again. If you remember, this is the wallpaper that we want to use here in the hallway. And I hope that the shop will ring me up within the next week, and then Kevin and hopefully Richard are coming back, is coming back as well, and Kevin and Richard can start the wallpaper. But for now, we really have to get this foil off. So now we can confirm that the couple who came yesterday to view the chateau actually confirmed the wedding. And that will be our first wedding here at Chateau de Londigny. That also means there's not much time because this will happening on the 30th of August. If Carrie, our wedding planner, can organize that they, change it a little bit, because we are in full wedding season. Whole France is full of chateaus and weddings that couples plan here to have. And 12 weeks, that doesn't give us enough time, but I'm sure Carrie will organize it very well. And we get this renovation done of the hallway. And now I want to go with you outside and we check on the garden and we see what Kevin has done. Okay, let's go. So here Kevin has started to put a driveway in for our farm machinery. That means that when we take them out of the outbuildings, we don't drive on the grass anymore, and it will look much better when this is all graveled. So we can have a look over here. So Kevin pushed it right back onto this little shed, and the work is still not done. We need some gravel, and I'm sure within the next weeks we get this all filled up. But if you're wondering who's behind the camera, this is Evelyn, and she's the farm sitter. So I won't be here for the next 2 weeks because I go to Berlin to see the family and get something sorted. But before I go, I want to show you the old pig stables in the outbuildings that you haven't seen before. Maybe you remember this was one of our first projects. Unfortunately, the dogs never really used this, but Kevin is using it for his dog now, for Valkyrie. We open it up now, and I want to show you the inside of those barns. This is a bit like a Christmas calendar. You just don't know what's behind the next door. Just another horse box. Over here now, this is where the old pig stable is. Be careful, Abby. And of course, the question is there, do you want to have more animals here on the farm, on the property? But we have to be honest, since we own the farm in Australia, we just know how much work it is to look after animals. And because we're renovating, this has to wait. And in here, this is where we storage our little kidlings for winter. So this here seems like the storage for the hay. Here's a ladder that goes up. They would have stored the hay upstairs, would come down here and put the hay through those windows directly into the feeder. And on the other side, the same thing. From the entry in the chateau. So this was a tour of the stables. I take Evelyn, the pet sitter, now back to the chateau. We have a little more of a look around and walk around. I take her out for a nice wine this afternoon. And then I need to catch the flight on Tuesday to Berlin. So you will see me maybe on a little bit of a different angle. But I'm sure I can capture some beautiful content for you from the countryside of Germany.